What's up, Mecha fans, and welcome back to the channel. So today we have another Mobile Suit Gundam GQuuuuuuX update to talk about, and this is going to be surrounding the release date along with the possible length of the series. Before I dive into all that though, please do leave a like on this video and subscribe if you are a fan of Mecha anime content and want to see plenty more videos like this in the future. Also, head on down to the comment section below, let me know your thoughts on this new information, let me know your thoughts on what the release date could be, and also how long you think this series will go on for. Without further ado though, let us dive into things. So this first one is about the release date, and this comes from a tweet from @Shah_tweet. Now this comes from a broadcast, Magic Jam, which I guess is like a radio station. So the new song Midnight Reflection, which is an insert song for GQuuuuuX, was heard on that radio station, and basically after it played, the presenter essentially said like, yeah, this is an insert song for the new Mobile Suit Gundam anime GQuuuuuX, and then they said the anime will air on Nippon TV in April 2025. This is not confirmation from Bandai themselves or anyone involved. This is just, a radio presenter. They could well have false information. They could be just making stuff up on the spot. But this is what I've been saying since the get-go, really. Ever since we didn't really get like the announcement that the anime would be airing in winter, I expected that it would be an April 2025, spring 2025 anime, because as we know, the GQuuuuuuX beginning film has aired in Japan and aired on January 17th, I think it was. Obviously then it's coming in North America on February 28th. So I kind of expected that, they've done this compilation kind of film, and then the actual series, which they said would pretty much follow, would then air within the next anime season, which of course wasn't winter 2025, it's spring 2025. So, this could well just be educated guessing from this presenter, but I think it's pretty likely. Even if it's not 100% confirmed by Bandai, I would expect it. I don't expect them to, kind of release this compilation film of 3 episodes and then wait ages to then release the rest of the series. If it seems obvious that they'd give a decent theatrical run of a few months and then release it within April or spring. Now, as for why they haven't announced this yet, my guess is that it's just simply a money thing. If they say oh, you're going to be able to watch the series in April, people are going to be less inclined to go out and buy tickets. Now, I don't know whether that's necessarily the case in Japan, because still a lot of people, a year later after a film coming out, they'll sometimes be still going and watching it in droves. Take Mugen Train, for example, the Demon Slayer film. I think a year later, people are still going and watching it in the cinemas, even though it was probably available on streaming or, had aired on network television or was available on Blu-ray and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know whether it's necessarily as big a problem in Japan as it is, over more in Western countries. But I think that would probably be the reason. They just think, well, let's just leave it to run its theatrical costs, get the most amount of money from that, and then say, for anyone who wants to watch it, from the TV version, here's when it's going to air. So that is my expectation, and like I said, I'm pretty inclined to believe, whether this is true or not, it's an educated guess. It seems obvious. I don't even think they really need to announce that it's coming in spring. Everyone kind of expects it. So this is one of those things, one of those pieces of information where, even though it just, comes from a random radio presenter, I think it's pretty likely. This next tweet also comes from the same account, and it's basically breaking down an interview with Kenshi Yonezu, who has made the main theme for the film and presumably might be the opening for the series, which is Plasma. But yeah, it was essentially an interview with him breaking down kind of his process and all this kind of stuff. So there's a lot of details diving into kind of his thought process in making the song, and it kind of gives you a little bit more insight into how the series is playing out in terms of core relationships between Amate, Nyan, and Shuji. So it does talk a little bit about that, but one of the most interesting things that I guess was kind of pointed out by this Twitter account, essentially within this interview, what Kenshi Yonezu said was that he was given detailed storyboards for all of the episodes. So he kind of knew exactly what the series was to be able to kind of implement a lot of those ideas into the song itself. The retweet that this Twitter account has said, could it mean that GQuuuuuX is only a 1 season, 1 core, 12-13 episode kind of thing? And his thought process on it is the fact that it would probably be too heavy to read through 26 episode worth of storyboards, and whether they'd have all that. My guess is that, this is for the first core. So naturally, second core, third core, whatever, however long this goes on for, we'll probably get another opening. So this is kind of based, the song itself is going to be based around the characters' arcs within that first core. So I'm not worried that this is going to be a 12-13 episode season. I think that's way too short for one, and I really don't see that happening. I think at the very least this is going to be a 2-core thing. and I'd probably expect it to be a 2-core thing. Hopefully, you know, it doesn't quite rush through the ending in the same way that Witch from Mercury did. But yeah, I expect this to be at least 26 episodes, like a 2-core kind of situation, or 25 episodes, whatever it may be. Don't get worried, like, about this interview for anyone who's seen this tweet, or for the person tweeting it out. It's just a case of, like, this is going to be the main theme for this first core, and that's all he's been shown. Because most anime seasons now, especially Gundam anyway, they're like 2-core at least. And also, this is not like a spin-off thing, this is a mainline Gundam series, and I don't think there's ever been a mainline Gundam series that hasn't been at least 25, 26 episodes. That's all the information we have to talk about today regarding Mobile Suit Gundam GQuuuuuX. Before I get out of here, please do leave a like on this video and subscribe if you are a fan of Mecha anime content and want to see plenty more videos like this in the future. And like I said earlier, head on down to the comment section below, let me know your thoughts on this news. Are you expecting that April 2025, Spring 2025 anime season release date? And what do you think on the possibility of this being a 1-core 12-13 episode season? Like I said, I'm not expecting it. I'm expecting this to at least be the standard 2-core. Could even be 3 or 4-core, but I don't think it's going to be 12-13 episodes. Thank you once again for tuning into Mecha Chat today, and I'll see you guys next time.